up, you follow emotions. Show up, if you down to roll up, meet me on the west side, burn me. Hold up, it shouldn't be no hold up, it's more love.
What's up, my beautiful baby? It's your girl, 𝘭𝘦𝘢𝘳, this like on YouTube, and the Chapter Minister is back with another shit for production. Okay, YouTube. So we're gonna see, basically, is it worth the investment? Whatever you're inquiring about. Just a heads up, Patreon will see this reading first. So by the time you see it, Patreon will have already had access to it. If you guys are interested in early releases or the extended to today's reading, or just having access to hundreds of exclusive content, hundreds of videos of exclusive content, excuse me. All that information will be listed below in the description box. The extended for today is respectfully the truth you need to hear. Ripping off the band-aids, and we're walking into this situation with 20/20 vision, right? With clarity, right? No fiction, all facts, right? But we're going to first talk about, whatever this is that you're inquiring about. Dear God, Holy Spirit, what are they asking about? Okay. You are asking about... Let's see. For some of you all, you could be asking about if a pregnancy is worth, keeping, right? For others of you guys, you could be asking about somebody that you either see yourself having kids with, like is this somebody that I'm going to actually be able to grow with, see longevity, or you could be asking about, okay, is this a connection I can deal with? You're dealing with somebody who already has children. Like, is this even worth it? Like, what's going on regarding that situation? I feel like that you're inquiring about a particular person and the connection that you have with this person, because I feel like you're at a stage in your life where you want growth, right? You want commitments. You want a love that you can trust, somebody that can take the driver's seat, and you can rest and you can be comfortable. You could be a Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or it could concern and those signs, right? It doesn't have to, right? But overall, you may feel as though this situation, either you dealt with people in the past that were flighty, or this person here is giving you some sort of indication that possibly they aren't prioritizing you the way you would like them to. There could have been a conflict while you or this person was at work or regarding work. Okay, it doesn't have to be. It could just be that you and this person are just not on the same page. I'm thinking about progression, children, family, marriage, and this person seems to be content being by themselves. And although I really like this person and I care, is this worth the investment, right? So how should they proceed, Holy Spirit, with this situation that they're inquiring about? Okay. I think this is more about, if you haven't already, setting a boundary and letting the expectation be known, what you need and what you desire. And I guess more so showing this person, or allowing this person the space to show you what they're about, right? It's more so about believing this person when they show you who they are, when they tell you who they are. That's how you should proceed. After setting the expectation, of course, like letting this person know, I'm not willing to wait till you figure out what you want. I'm not willing to vibe out until you decide or not that I'm the person that's for you. Either you get with it or you get lost. And I'm not, I'm not wavering on that. This is what I need. This is the expectation. And if I have to wait and move on, then so be it. But this is an energy where I feel like that you're being called to really stand firm on your boundaries at this time. Some of you guys have already set these boundaries straight with this individual. And I would tell you that at the present time, you could also have a lot of other things that you could be thinking about, a lot of other things on your plate that I feel like you're focusing on. This could be something that you're already doing, like, hey, yeah, I'm letting this person get their shit together because clearly they don't have a plan for me and them. And right now I'm focusing on possibly getting a new job, or focusing on this promotion I just received. I'm focusing on my creative endeavors, and I'm really enjoying my time by myself, or I have enjoyed my time by myself up to this point. So, losing this person, it shouldn't feel like, hypothetically speaking, if the worst case scenario is to take place, like it wouldn't or shouldn't feel like the end of the world, right? Put something on the Knight of Swords. I think this is more so about not shrinking, not feeling as though like you have peaked, or like that you have to settle. That's really what your next action should be regarding the situation. Why should they proceed this way? You don't want to sell yourself short. And I also feel like that what you're asking for, if it's too much for this person, it won't be too much for another person. You understand what I'm saying? I feel like that you're not asking for something impossible, nor are you somebody that, has to sit around and, wait or feel bad or feel insecure. Like, they aren't your ceiling. If they aren't buying, somebody else will, right? It just is what it is. Like, you shouldn't be feeling like you have to bargain yourself a waiver. Don't sell yourself short. Don't cheapen yourself, is what Holy Spirit is saying. Your power is really going to be pretty quick, honestly. Again, you may want to join us in extended if you want more details about this situation, but where should their energy be invested currently? Like, where should their energy be better spent? Okay. The Chariot came out. I feel like your energy is better invested in yourself. A lot of you guys are embarking on like a new adventure altogether. Like, you have some beautiful opportunities that are coming towards you. And your energy is better invested into that. You understand what I'm saying? And I also feel like if there's other suitors that are trying to come towards you, you're not in a relationship. For a lot of you guys, this person here, they aren't upholding their end of the bargain regarding the relationship that you guys are in, then for a lot of you guys, I don't think that you guys are in a relationship with this person. You guys are just vibing out, right? And there's other people that want this person's spot. You're better off investing in those situations as opposed to giving the impression that you're in a relationship when you're not, right? So put your open sign back up. And, when will they see the benefits of proceeding in the manner in which you suggested, right? When somebody literally comes in and you're going to kind of feel like kind of off-putting, like it's bad timing or whatever, or maybe like, like you're still going to have to hold space for this person, but for a lot of you guys, it might be that somebody else is going to come into your life and give you exactly what you're looking for, and they're not going to have any problems with doing so. For a lot of you guys, for others of you, it could be that. Well, that's kind of what I'm seeing. More, I feel like that you're going to be bombarded with other suitors that don't feel like you're asking for too much. That's really what I'm getting with the 5 of Coins being here. I'm not getting anything else. Like, I'm not seeing this person here particularly, at least in a foreseeable future, like for what I can see so far in your spread, I'm not seeing this person leveling up or stepping up to the plate. I just see other people coming into your life. And you might even notice that this person, not gonna lie, like, they might give somebody else what they told you they couldn't give you. So if you wait and you hold space for this person, it'll be in vain, is what I'll say, to be honest. Who have they become? Who will they, who can they look forward to becoming if they take this advice that has been given to me in this reading? Okay. Somebody who is getting what they deserve. Somebody you can look forward to becoming somebody that, someone will make a judgment on. You can look forward to being somebody in a community situation, somebody that doesn't have to feel like they have to shrink to have a connection or relationship. With the Judgment card being here, you can also look forward to being someone who shows up better for themselves and sets the tone. You understand what I'm saying? So, overall, what you aren't seeing coming with this situation is that this is going to be something that is going to push you to a certain level of healing. It is going to present its own challenges, because for some of you guys, there is going to be a little bit like, dang, I really wanted that person, I thought they were the one. You're going to have to do a little bit of work, but once your day today gets busy and you start to replace this situation with new opportunities, it won't weigh as heavy on you as it did or the way it is what I want to say. I feel like this is going to be something that's going to cause you to go with it. And the shadow work that it'll require, it's not as hard or as difficult or as big as a feat as you think it may be, to be honest. Like, I feel like this is going to be something to where you might learn a lesson with the situation, but you're going to teach them a lesson as well. I think this is going to be, this whole ordeal, to me, is showing up as like the preliminary phases. Like, it's going to usher you into something better. It might even let you know, like, okay, for a while I was considering waiving my boundaries. What in me felt like that was necessary? How many times have I, at the expense of myself, sacrificed something that I really, really desired or wanted for myself for a quick momentary gains or to appease other people? What other areas in my life or am I conditioned to suffer for appearances or for the comfort of another person, right? That's basically what I'm picking up on. Again, do join us in the extended if you guys feel called. We're going to be getting more so like respectfully the truth of the situation. So this is where we leave off on YouTube. As always, I love you guys to the moon and back and around the whole solstice. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Mic in one hand, 𝘸𝘢𝘢 in the other. The wood behind my ear, shit, I look just like my brother. Got him shook. The richest in the hood gon' be a bitch.
What's good, my beautiful baby cats? It's your key, your favorite psychic on the tube. The Top 10 Minister as always is back with another sugar-free production, right? So today on YouTube, we're going to be basically briefly touching on the topic, is whatever it is that you're inquiring about, what's up heavy on your mind, is it worth the investment? I've already done this topic on Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, on today, at the time when you see this, it will be extended posted on Patreon for this reading, where we're going to be pulling off the band-aid, removing our blinders and getting respectfully the truth on the situation at hand. But speaking of Patreon, they would have already seen this video long before you guys do on YouTube, right? So if you guys are interested in joining us on Patreon, I do offer a free trial for those of you who desire to test the milk before you buy the cow. But without further ado, we're just going to dive straight into the topic at hand, and we're going to see like what is it you're asking about, what's heavily on your mind, like is it worth the investment? So what is it, Holy Spirit, that they're asking you about for my use to tap into this for me? Okay. This person seems really nice, right? But they have a hard time opening up, right? And you see that they're struggling with it. You know that the emotions are there, but you also can see this person may have a chip on their shoulder because they've been mistreated in the past by other people. You understand what I'm saying? This is like you fall for a nerd, right? You give them a chance and they're low-key acting nervous. They're acting like they're fumbling you or like they don't know what to do, right? Like they don't know the procedure when a bad bitch walk in, right? That's the energy. I do think this is somebody you have a lot in common with. This is somebody I feel like you might feel like you have to tone it down for, because this is somebody where they might be a little bit more reserved. They might come from a different class than you. Some of you guys person could be older than you, for me to say a different class, but I meant to say like a different economic class, right? You and this individual. This might be a person that you met online. This might be somebody that, helped you out, gave you some money or did something nice for you at a time which you were very stressed out, and they don't care. Like they're just very generous, very kind. They are a hardworking person, whoever this person is or this individual is, and you daydream a lot about this person. This might be somebody you haven't met yet or somebody that you're still getting to know in the preliminary phases of. But it seems like right now you're not on the same pages. Feels like you might think that you're over invested. You might wonder if you like this person more than they like you, because you've been in situations, right, where you gave like the nerd or the ugly boy or ugly girl a chance, or, somebody that wouldn't be your first choice. You actually feeling them. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to be 𝘭𝘍 the scientist, no shade. And you don't want this person to be young thug. You don't want to be looking crazy, and you out here doing the Lord's work, being charitable, being beautiful like 𝘭𝘍 the scientist, being loving, and giving a 𝘭𝘭 a chance, and he got you out here looking crazy. No shade to her, because I fucking love 𝘭𝘍 the scientist, but it's kind of like that. Like you don't want this person to get comfortable like Thug did and get the pillow talking on the phone with any and everybody because he feel hyped up. You understand what I'm saying? So that could be a situation. This person who could be somebody's a homebody. They could just have a hard time opening up, and you can be like, okay, I understand, but I need you to lay it all out. I need you to be more romantic. I need you to be more kind. I need you to be more considerate. Like I need the 𝘭𝘭𝘢 sensation, because I'm already giving you a chance. It's already a shot in the dark, right? I'm not going to waste my youth on you. I'm not going to waste my time. And although I understand that, like I said, you've been through a lot, so have I, and it doesn't give you an excuse to be a shitty adult with me. I didn't do it, right? This is somebody that you think about a lot when you're trying to go to sleep and you try not to, but you know that it's because this person's thinking about you. You understand what I'm saying? This is also somebody that I feel like go to bed early. like, or they just like their nonverbal time. They could be somebody who could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. I'm also getting really strong here, Capricorn energy, even though I don't see it yet in your spread. So how should they proceed with the situation that they're inquiring about? I think that it's okay to like this person. If I'm being honest, I do feel like this is somebody that will have to go and figure some things out before they come back around, before they open up to you fully. Because we have this person here, look at these clownfish, and I think about, Nemo. Nemo should have just listened to his dad, although the dad was coming across a little bit hot and heavy. And that's kind of what I was picking up for you guys. You could be abrasive. Like Tiffany Polar said, I want my name dropped, my ex cracked. Like, what are we doing here? Like, the talking stage is dead. That's not a step to marriage. Like, get with it or get lost, right? And that could have been intense because maybe this person here, they just felt like they had a disadvantage. This person could have like a disability for some of you guys, or this person could just literally be just smaller than most people. Or they could just have been made to feel small or inadequate, and they feel like there's so much of what they want to see or experience. And it doesn't take away from how they feel about you. It's just they may have felt at some point smothered. Maybe it's not they want to experience other people. It could just be the fact that they've been alone so long, they didn't know how to work as a team. They had convinced themselves, and they might not have really been alone, but they had convinced themselves that they were alone. Put it that way. Because Nemo wasn't really by himself. He had friends that genuinely liked him, but that wasn't enough. The friends that he had around him pushed him to do things that he wasn't supposed to be doing against Marlo's wishes. And Marlo just only wanted what was best for him. So this person here could have taken the bad advice from other people. It doesn't make them a horrible person. I just feel like this is somebody that is triggered within this connection. And it's not an excuse, it's just context. Right? I think this is somebody here that will go through different phases with you, almost as if they're a kid. Like, the same way a child doesn't feel safe with a stranger, at least they shouldn't be. Like, stranger danger is okay. If you feel this way, that's okay. This is something where I feel like that both of you guys are going to learn with each other over time. But it may occur that the series of events may not be ideal in the beginning, right? But it's all going to work out, right? I think it's more so a situation where it's like, have faith. That's how you should move and progress in a situation. Have faith that it can be restored, and have faith that good things can happen for you as well. Have faith that you are the type of person that someone gets their life together for. Have faith that you are the type of person that, is deserving of nice things, and have faith that God is going to help this person to see what it is that you bring to the table, and also to see what they bring to the table, because it feels like they have some insecurities that are showing up in this relationship when it comes to you guys. And if this person is trying to treat you to a nice experience, let them. Don't sabotage that, is what I want to say. So why should they proceed in this manner? Because they care about you. They like you. They just have a hard time expressing it. They're more of a doer. They're not really a talker. They can show you better than they can tell you. They've been through some things in their life where people have, like, they had somebody stand with them and they was getting cheated on, okay? This is my 𝘍𝘭𝘐 card in this deck. If you know, you know, right? But this is somebody that probably had a partner that was going to the gym or doing yoga and stuff and was cheating on them in their own house. This is probably somebody that then been in some stuff, trying to be loyal to people that didn't exhibit loyalty towards them. I think this is just somebody that's just been through a lot, and they love hard and they're very loyal. And it's going to take a while for them to trust you, just like it took Michael a while to get to the point where he trusts Franklin, right? But it'll get there. And once it's there, the bond will be unpenetrable, is what I want to say. I also want to say that the King Cups also, a lot of times, typically in other decks, or generally speaking, I look at that as Holy Spirit. God showing up on earth for us on his behalf, and on our behalf as well. So you deserve nice things, and this is a blessing that is for you. I just think this is something that, look, we have a pair. And as I look at it, we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. So this is for a lot of you guys, this could be a divine counterpart. This could be like or a divine pair, a soulmates connection that I'm seeing here. And really, generally, I'll be honest, the feelings are mutual. This person probably likes to smoke cigars or like backwoods or stuff like that, right? They probably like to chief. They probably like to drink too, but they live a nice life. right? But they live a lonely life. I feel like that both of you guys, y'all have luxury in your own right separately. Y'all done a lot of healing separately. It may not be that in this relationship y'all go through issues. It might be that both of you guys before meeting each other would have went through issues where you felt like Nemo or Marlin, depending on the situation, right? And I think this is something that is going to restore you guys both. You both. Not that it's the other person's responsibility to heal you, not that it's your responsibility to heal this person, but I do think that you and this person will find healing in one another nonetheless, right? Over time, of course. So, why should they pursue? Well, I asked why. This is more so, I want to see, where should their energy be invested currently at the time? Okay. It's more so in paying attention to the thoughts that you give, that you water in your mental garden, right? Paying attention to like the CD that you have replaying, and if it's positive or negative. Paying attention to the things that you invest in, like whether on the internet, the music you listen to, etc. And also more so pay attention to like, continue to emphasize your own personal growth and development. A lot of you guys have things that you want to get off the ground, whether it's like personal businesses or whatever. And these are things that I feel like that are shifting for you drastically. Some of you guys are starting a new career endeavor. Some of you guys are getting promotions. Some of you guys, it just feels like you're leveling up in life. And it's more than just love that you seek balance within. And if this is something where there's a little bit of uncertainty, it doesn't mean you have to abandon it altogether, but there's other areas in which you can show up, right? So, if you're giving, a shout out to, what's her name? I have to get her. I have to shout her channel out because she's been my jam recently. I found her channel this week, and her channel is, let me find it. Sis Mystic, right? Shout out to her, right? But some of you guys, you could be just giving out, like she was kind of talking about in a different reading, but completely different way. If you're giving 90% in your work and you're giving 10% in your relationship, that's an imbalance. Try to prioritize your life in a way that makes more sense, right? So where you don't feel depleted. 1 o'clock at the time, which I said that. So I feel like right now, what needs your attention is your creative endeavors, your career, your health. There's other things you could be focused on so that you aren't panicking and overthinking and self-sabotaging unnecessarily, right? So when will they see the benefits of proceeding in the manner suggested from a view like this pile? Okay. I think divine timing will play out with this situation. And I also think that how do I say this? I think they'll be able to find balance within more so. Like, when will they see, probably if my viewers just select this pile, when will they see the benefits of investing in the way that you suggest in this situation? Some of you guys, it's like a rebirth internally. That's kind of what I was picking up on too. Some of you guys, I also feel like it just might be somebody you end up having kids with, right? And I think this person is going to communicate. Like, there's going to be a shift in your dynamic. I think this person will communicate to you. There will be a mutually shared sentiment between you and this person, right? Who can they look forward to becoming within this situation? The Wheel of Fortune. Somebody's name can be Willow, William, Willis, Wheatland, something like that. I don't know. But you're going to feel very blessed and very abundant, very happy to have continued to invest in yourself, or to have allowed something to work out for you in your favor, and to have believed and have faith, right? Because we only need faith of a mustard seed. I think this is a situation where this person, what you aren't seeing is that I think this person is strategizing in a way to express themselves, and it's eating them up, the fact that they haven't done so thus far. If you guys and this person are on bad terms in the present moment, or just at least like there's like awkwardness or disconnect, I don't feel like that the absence of communication equates to the absence of love present, right? I will say that, or feelings present. I think this is somebody here who recognizes there's some work that needs to be done on their behalf. I think they're actively trying to do it. I also think this person to be in their own world. I don't feel like this person's entertaining other options. Like, they might like to gamble or do solitaire or poker or chess or something like that. They're into like whatever nerdy hobbies they have, right? But in their downtime, they do think about you. I think this person here, they might be doing something competitive for a career. They might have gotten a raise. It might be like peak time, do whatever they do at work, you know, where it just requires a certain level of their attention. So I wouldn't take certain things personally, whatever distance that is created. But I also feel like that this situation is repairable. Whatever distance has been created, it's more so preparing you guys for building a more proper foundation is what I want to say. I think this person is strategizing on being better. They might call you and let you know they've been thinking about you. But I think that this person here, they might not say much. Like, this person here, when they come back around, I think that it's going to be in a way that, you know, in their own way, you're going to know that it required a lot of courage and attention, but they're going to be nervous is what I want to say. Like, it's going to be awkward. You know, not necessarily for you, but you could tell it's going to be awkward for this person. They're going to have everything in their mind, like what they want to say. And it's not going to necessarily come out the way they want it. Like, they're not going to be saying everything they want. You know, it's like, I don't want this person to think I don't care by not keeping it 100, but I also don't want to run this person away by telling them too much. So they're overthinking the situation, but there's going to be progress within this connection, within this situation between you and this person that you're stressed out or overthinking about. The feelings are mutual, and the only reason you're overthinking about it is because they're overthinking about it. So do join us in the extended if you want to know respectfully the truth about the situation, where we're going to be at more details. Until then, I love you guys to the moon and back and around the whole socials. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
He loves me. He loves me not. The Trap Tarot Minister makes sure you never have to worry or wonder. Clarity is just a click away.
What's up? I'm beautiful baby heads. It's your girl Key, your favorite psychic on the tube, and as always, we are back with another strictly production. Today, YouTube, if you're watching this, I must tell you that Patreon would have already seen it a long time ago, right? Because one of the added perks to being able to access hundreds of exclusive content uploads on Patreon is also that you get early access to posts as well. With that being said, speaking of Patreon, we are going to be doing an extended to this reading, and we're going to be getting respectfully the truth about whatever situation you need clarity on, right? Ripping off the band-aid, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, but briefly we're going to be talking about a topic that I've also done on Patreon before, but needless to say, we're going to be talking about, is it worth the investment here on YouTube, right? So first, I want to know what you're asking me about, what's on your mind, right? The Holy Spirit helped me in figuring out what is it that they're asking about, you know, or feeling that they need clarity about. Oh, you think that you can make money off a gift that you have, and it's like, should I start selling plates? Should I become a YouTuber? I could do that. Should I become a TikToker? Should I be a content creator? Is this worth it? Like, would I even like it? Because it don't seem hard, but I don't want to put all the energy. I don't want to buy equipment. I don't want to continue to do this or continue to think that I'm going to see longevity in this, and then it just don't. Like, all that work, and what did it get me? Why did I do that? I don't want to be that person. So let me know. Tell me now. Like, do I have it in me? Or will I just look like a fool? Is that what you're asking about? Is that what your soul wants to know? So let's see, how should they proceed in this situation? Okay. First and foremost, I think you need to analyze what in you is making you feel like you couldn't do it. Because that's the only thing that's stopping it from flourishing is the fear or like the anxiety that you're projecting onto it. You're not stuck. You understand what I'm saying? The only thing that's, and if you look at it, there's no wall even connected like completely to this door that he's locked behind, right? Like, he's barricaded himself behind what? And it's darker on his side of the room than it is on the other side, in which he's locking himself out from. For a lot of you guys, you social distancing yourself from your dreams. Where they do that at? That's weird. Like, I think that what we need to be talking about more so is like why you believe you can't be successful in. What are the self-perceived barriers that you're thinking? Are you feeling like that nobody will support you? Why do you feel that way? Who made you feel that way? Why are you contributing to that unhealthy thought? Just questions that need answers. You understand what I'm saying? Because I feel like that there's nothing keeping you stagnant with there on this situation outside of you. Right? So let's see. I want to know, why are you? Why are the doubts present regarding the situation present? Right? You compare yourself to people that either been doing it longer or that you don't know what they put into it, right? Some people are cheating. There's people who buy followers. There's people who buy subscribers. Trust me, I know. There's people who get over on smaller content creators to make themselves look better. I see it all the time in real time. Also, I've been a victim of it myself. I'm telling you. And it could also be you thinking about what other people have to say. People who can't do what you do. You think worried about what they got to say about you doing what you're doing. You're thinking about it being impractical. You're thinking about like people making fun of you, but they did that to Christ, the Most High. You know, and that doesn't take away from his mission, the accomplished mission at that. Like, that doesn't take away from that. They talk about Beyonce. Like, be for real. Be for real. Yeah, Christ came right on out with the 𝘋𝘦𝘢𝘕. Like, come on now. You look at the greats. You check the stats. Nobody that's worth any goddamn thing got there because everybody agreed with their ideas. Let's start there. Right? So, where should their energy be invested currently? More so rebuking the devil out of your life and rebuking like negative projections that have been cast on you. I think you need to be paying attention. Like, your focus in the present moment should be with your esteem, because whatever it is that you're trying to do in chasing it, it's only going to, I want to say, amplify these insecurities that you have that you're suppressing. Right? So we got to work on that first before we start expecting the world to follow through. Because I'm gonna be honest, the people that you think are your friends are not going to support you long term when you start to be the it girl or the it guy. They're not going to be the ones that watch your movies on Tubi. They're not going to be the ones that's going to listen to your SoundCloud music until it's popular. It's going to be complete and utter strangers that's going to support you the most. You know, at most you might have one friend, one family member that might support you at most. And it's going to be passive. I'm telling you from experience. A lot of people don't support you till it's popular. And if you sit there and you wait for other people to give you the okay and give you permission to choose yourself, then you already at a disadvantage. You're already lost. And when you start to expect people who don't show up for themselves, who don't have the vision, who don't think outside the box to understand your vision or your out of the box thinking, then you've already set yourself up for failure. So I think that you have to get in alignment with what is for you. You have to also focus on areas in which you might be coveting what other people have, because you don't know what they did to obtain it or what they're doing to maintain it. You understand what I'm saying? So I think that there's some shadow work that needs to be done. I know that word is played out so much in the spiritual community, but no, truly, genuinely, there is. And I think that it's also, you have to establish, like, who are you and what message do you want to put out into the world? What is your audience? Do you have an audience? How do you want to, what will your brand be? Who are you doing it for? Because if you're doing it for the Lord, then why wouldn't you be successful in doing it? Why wouldn't he order your footsteps accordingly? Why wouldn't he lead you beside still waters for his name's sake? Why would your cup overfloweth? Why wouldn't, goodness and mercy follow you in all your days? Why wouldn't it if you're doing it for the Most High? But if you're doing it for the approval of people who don't approve of the person they look at every day in the mirror, then I can see why you're stressed out. So I think your attention needs to be more so on, like, these negative emotions, right? Because we don't want to become, I want to say, manic. I'm not a doctor, but you don't want to be that person that just picks up a bunch of shit and you don't finish anything because you're waiting for people to give you permission to continue to choose yourself or to bet on yourself. You want to be that person that starts a bunch of shit and don't finish nothing. because you wait on somebody to give you the okay and tell you that that's nice. Man, that jacket is tight, son, because you waiting on that. Like, no. You definitely don't want to be a cloud chaser. You definitely don't want to be a person that sell their soul just to say have the number. Just so you can get attention. Just so you can be seen. You don't want to be that person. Because then you might get what you want, but at what cost? You understand what I'm saying? So, when will they see the benefits of working this out, right? I think it'll redefine what happiness looks like to you. And then it won't be, you just start your channel a month ago, you get 50 subscribers, and then you mad because somebody else that been doing this shit for however long. Maybe they didn't do it for however long. Maybe they was homeless before that. You don't know that. Like 𝘭𝘪, he started his channel and he blew up almost immediately, but he was homeless as well. You understand what I'm saying? It's like you can't covet what he has because you don't know what he sacrificed. If you really watched his channel from the beginning, he was literally going hungry a lot of the days and was showing up for people. And he busts his ass every single day for views, every single goddamn day. Do you have his work ethic and shit like that? Like, you might not want to do what he do. I love 𝘭𝘪, and I love y'all, don't get me wrong. I don't think I can show up for y'all every damn day. He need a break sometime. I'm a different type of Aries. That nigga got ambition. Can't take it away from him. Shit. He here every day, all day, on that fucking screen. It ain't no point of time where, he ain't working or doing something for his family. That's a hustler. So you can't sit there and compare yourself. Again, that's just an example, right? And you gotta redefine success. It don't make Kelly Rowland less successful because she chose to be a wife and a mother and take a step back from her industry. And it doesn't make Beyonce greater than Kelly Rowland because she, is on the road and she does things differently. What pours into somebody else's cup might not pour into yours. It don't make Beyonce a greater artist than Lauryn Hill because Lauryn Hill, if she doesn't feel inspired, she's not going to create something. Beyonce may feel inspired more often than most people. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't take away from anybody. You understand? Like, I think that the happiness can be redefined for everybody. And I use those examples because, like Solange and Beyonce, both great in their own rights, but they have other things that pour into their cup. And it would be ridiculous for them to covet what each other has because they both come with different challenges that some might not be able to deal with. We know Solange got them hands. Like, she ain't the one spinning two-piece somebody for playing with her or her family. So it's probably best that her life is the way it is. You understand what I'm saying? It's probably best that Beyonce's life is the way it is because she likes to work. She's very nervous, but she feels more free when she's working. So it's different for everybody, So I think with the 10 of Cups, what you'll see, the benefits of you proceeding in this manner that's suggested is that, again, success will be redefined for you, and you also will become somebody that really becomes the architect of their own stability, where you stop placing your value in the hands of other people and you become more confident and secure in yourself. And you're also become an individual that, is happy at every stage. You won't resent yourself in the process of getting where you need to be. And that's a well-necessary change that you'll see benefits of it outside of just what you're asking for in the present moment, right? It'll also help you deal with your family on a different type of tip. It'll also help you to love and accept and celebrate other people for their differences as well, right? So, who can you look forward to becoming if you take this advice? I want to say you can look forward to becoming somebody that picks themselves up and that, has more strength and it isn't as, I want to say, weak. Not for nothing. Like, somebody don't support you, you follow them on the ground. Because I used to be that person. You an OG baby, because I used to be upset. Because I used to be like, why aren't people watching my stuff? Why aren't people liking? Why aren't people commenting? Like, it's genuinely bothering me because I know for a fact that I'm putting a lot of effort into it. And your girl was going through it. I was homeless, neglected by my family, being mistreated by my sister, helping take care of a baby, and then being mistreated for helping. You understand what I'm saying? Getting treated bad at work. Like, I was going through the notions, and all I had to think straight was my art. And it was providing me with, I was happy with it, but also I was waiting for permission to be happy with it, hoping that everybody else would catch on. And that's what was taken away from the art itself. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to grow and feel like, remind myself of why I started this channel in the first place. And I just stopped giving a fuck. Like, if I feel like that I know I just found something where I feel like that I need validation, and I'll get it from the Most High, a source that I can rely on it from. You understand what I'm saying? What you aren't seeing about the situation is that you may have some unsupportive people around you in the present moment. And I think that'll be illuminated to you if you were to continue to go with this endeavor. But I also feel like that you may or may not decide that this is something that you, whatever that you asking about, some of you guys, you're going to decide that you don't want to do it. Some of you guys are going to like take breaks and come back. Like you may need to, again, focus on what inspired you, why you started doing it in the first place. And I think that would shift and change, and you'll have moments where you're into it. You have moments where you feel like, I don't want to do this anymore. You'll have moments where you feel like, I don't identify with the way it's expressed. I've rebranded to 2 o'clock like 3-4 times since I started my channel. And every time I rebrand, like, I take everything down. Because some of y'all like, where are your old videos at on Patreon? I take them down. And the only reason I put them on Patreon is so I have a reminder of how far I came. And also so that people that's been with me since the beginning, they can see. You know, it's like a capsule, a time capsule almost. But that's what's gonna come with the process, like, you know. And you'll grow. It'll be okay. It's really not that deep. I think for some of you guys, you might not even like being perceived by people. In that pressure of that, you might decide, I don't want to, or you might teeter-totter between that. Excuse me. Like you might, I feel like, again, since it's going to be redefined from you, and I feel like that what you will now is going to change. Excuse me. How you want to do it is going to change, right? For all of you guys, like your reason why, how you do it, and what you find happiness in is going to shift and change and evolve when you do the work internally. So with that being said, this will be your reading. As always, I love you guys to the moon and back. And of course, I'm around all socials. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Oh, enjoy something extended if you're interested on Patreon. Link below in the description box. Talk to you later.
No discrimination, just pure, genuine prophecy. Real niggas do real nigga shit. Universal guidance, tailored